Welcome everybody to the breakdown. My name is Elle.
And I'm Georgia.
And we are here to break down key knowledge number 3, which is the link between motor skill development, participation and performance. And then we're also going to go in and talk a bit more in depth about key skill number 3, which is just analyzing the link between those 3 things. So first things first, what we want you to do is to pause the video here. We then want you to go and get 3 objects of the same weight. Could be 3 pieces of fruit, 3 tennis balls if you have them, 3 of anything that's the same weight. And we want you to try and juggle for a few minutes, okay? Once you've done this for about 2-3 minutes, come back, hit play, and we'll talk you through the next step. Thank you. Yeah.
Alrighty, now that you're back, we want you to think about how you went. Did you succeed? Were you mentally challenged? Were you frustrated? If you would perform this in front of a group of people. Now imagine that your skill level when juggling now translates into how you perform a fundamental motor skill like throwing, catching, kicking, or running. Really have a think about it. What would your performance of these skills look like? Would you feel comfortable in performing them in front of others or in front of others that are more skilled than you?
Beautiful. So now what we really want you to think about this situation and how it would influence your participation and performance, all right, in specific sports. So if your juggling skills translated over into a fundamental motor skill, how is that experience that you've just had going to affect how you participate and perform in other sports? So moving on to our key knowledge. What we really need to do in order to understand the key knowledge is to first break down this saying and to actually understand the terms. So we're going to be understanding or breaking down and further explaining motor skill development, participation, and performance.
Alrighty, so firstly, we did want to look at motor skill development. What do we mean by motor skill development? We actually then need to further break down into 2 parts, the motor skill and the development. So when we discuss motor skill, we are talking about using our body to achieve a movement goal and remembering that these motor skills can be fine, gross, open, closed, discrete, and continuous, things that we've covered in a previous video. When we are discussing development, we are talking about the process of growth and progress. So bringing these terms together, simply put, motor skill development means the progression and improvement of motor skills. There are factors that can influence the development of motor skills and especially fundamental motor skills. A study by McCrane, Belton, Powell, and Izato in 2017 discusses the difference in teachers, learning environments, and even the exposure to free play and how this can affect motor skill development levels, as well as age, gender, and self-confidence. These factors are listed as enablers and barriers of motor skill development.
Beautiful. Thank you, Georgia. Now I'm going to be talking to you about participation and performance. If there's any time that you need to write down some notes, please just pause us and then come back to us when you're ready. All right, so participation. Participation can look different for all individuals, but we are mainly defining it in terms of individuals being actively involved and taking part in activities. So if you were playing a game of soccer at lunchtime, and say you had full control of the game, full control of the ball for the entire game. Yes, you're participating, but we're not really looking at participation to that extent. If you're, on the field and you're present and you could only hit the ball once in 20 minutes, but you're still aware of what's going on, that's still participating and you're being actively present in what's going on. So that's what we mean by participation. For performance, we simply mean by executing, completing, or accomplishing a skill in a specific situation. So when we talk about performance in this sense, we're relating it to how you kick the ball, how you catch and throw a ball, all right? So really performance is about how you perform the skill and how well you can perform it.
All right, team, we just broke down those concepts. So we're going to leave you with that. Stretch your legs for a minute, maybe grab a coffee or tea, and we'll catch you on the next breakdown.
Thank you.
Thanks.